Sheila was suddenly awake and sitting up in her bed, sweat dripping down her neck. What was that? It felt so real. She ran downstairs to find her parents in the kitchen like any other morning. What's wrong, honey? Asked Rhonda, seeing that her adopted daughter looked disheveled and out of sorts. I had a bad dream, Sheila said, taking a seat at the table. By the time she was halfway through the story and describing the scary man and the strange maze of pipes and steam, she wasn't sure which was more terrifying, the dream or the look on her parents' face. When she finished, her father Mike calmly stated, Sheila, go pack your bags. We need to leave. You have 10 minutes. But, Sheila started. No questions, her father said, cutting her off. We'll explain in the car. Now go. Welcome back, friends and scoundrels. I'm Brad.
And I'm Lynn.
And today we are starting one of my preferred, I don't know if it's quite a favorite yet, but one of my preferred killer franchises, Dr. Fright. To the boring bits. Alright. Dr. Fright, special setup. Set up the game as normal with the following changes when playing Dr. Fright. Shuffle the boiler room cards and place them face down. Then place the Awake Asleep card on top of the deck with the awake side face up. This is the boiler room deck. Special rules. Awake and asleep. When playing against Dr. Fright, there are two important game states to understand, being awake and being asleep. When you are awake, the game mostly proceeds as normal, but when you are asleep, you enter the boiler room, a terrifying dream world where nothing is as it seems. Your current state is determined by which side of the Awake Asleep card is showing. You will start the game awake. Whenever a game effect says you go to or fall asleep, take the Awake Asleep card and without flipping it, put it on the bottom of the boiler room deck. Then flip the deck over. If you have done this correctly, the asleep side of the card should be face up on top of the deck. You are now asleep and inside the boiler room. Some tarot cards will cause you to fall asleep, but if you want to go to sleep and enter the boiler room by choice, you can do so by resolving a short rest or a long rest action card. Regardless of the result, apply the normal effects and you will fall asleep. When you are awake, not in the boiler room, you can move, search, save victims, and do everything else as normal. Dr. Fright is not able to attack you, and you are not able to attack him. When Dr. Fright resolves a killer action that begins with Final Girl, treat it as a victim unless an effect such as a Dark Power card, the Frightmare is inevitable, allows Dr. Fright to attack you while you are awake. When Dr. Fright resolves a killer action that begins with Final Girl, he will still move towards you but cannot attack you. If a victim is in the space he ends his movement in, he will attack that victim. When you are asleep in the boiler room, you may move around the board, attack Dr. Fright, and even search for items. This represents you moving around in the dream and perhaps finding or manifesting an item or weapon. Dr. Fright can now attack you. He will resolve all killer actions as normal. Victims will not follow you, nor are you able to save them. You must resolve one boiler room card at the end of the killer phase. The boiler room. In order to kill Dr. Fright, you will have to confront him in the dream world on his turf, in his boiler room. No one has ever fought back before, but if you play your cards right, he will soon find out that he can be hurt or even killed. To exit the boiler room and wake up, you must resolve all of the cards in the boiler room deck. You can choose to resolve as many as you wish during the action phase, including none, but you must always resolve one, and exactly one boiler room card, unless a game effect changes that during the killer phase. As such, you will have some control over how long you stay asleep, depending on your plans. Resolving a boiler room card is simple. You will slide the deck of cards up, down, left, or right, such that half or sometimes a quarter of the next unresolved card is shown. You cannot slide it in a direction that would not reveal any of the card, and you cannot slide it in a direction that would reveal any of the card, and it must always be in a direction such that it extends the previous revealed card. If there is an illustration of Dr. Fright visible on the newly revealed card, he attacks you. It does not matter if he is currently in your space or not. He is able to reach you within the boiler room from anywhere on the board. Resolve the following killer action. Final Girl, stab. You may defend as normal. As you resolve the boiler room cards, you will be able to use your knowledge to possibly avoid future attacks because Dr. Fright will appear in each of the 4 quadrants only once. You will be able to intelligently reduce the chance of attacks based on your knowledge of the boiler room cards, such that sometimes you may not get attacked at all, but most times you will get attacked once or twice. When you successfully exit the boiler room by revealing all 4 boiler room cards, immediately shuffle them face down and place the asleep awake card on top with the awake side showing. Alright, Maple Lane. Special setup. Set up the game as normal with the following changes when playing with Maple Lane. There are 4 item decks for Maple Lane. Form the decks following the normal rules, but make 4 decks of 3 cards instead. The top card of each deck is revealed as normal. There's 1 deck for each quadrant of houses: northwest, southwest, northeast, and southeast. Include both convince action cards in the action tableau. Special rules. Street spaces. The normal and safe spaces are all considered street spaces, as well as the intersection space. There are no special rules for these spaces, but some cards will refer to them. It's these here. They kind of make a plus sign.
Kind of.
Or a T. Or whatever.
Or an intersection.
Perpendicularly crossing thing that you prefer to call it. Houses and quadrants. House spaces are a new type of space on Maple Lane. They are located in one of 4 quadrants: northwest, southwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. And each quadrant has 3 houses for a total of 12 houses. Imagine that.
Math.
Each house may be searched and counts as a search space. They are both colored orange to remind you of this. When a house is successfully searched, draw the item cards from the item deck for the house's quadrant, then place an X token on that house. It may no longer be searched. When a search yields multiple items, choose which you want and place the other on top of the quadrant's item deck face up or on the bottom face down as normal. In the rare event that an item needs to be added to an item deck, but all the houses in that quadrant have been searched, add it to the deck for the closest quadrant that hasn't been successfully searched. Since the residents of Maple Lane are so suspicious, you cannot enter an occupied house, meaning 1 or more victims in the house, using walk, sprint, or any other cards that allow movement. They will have to be convinced to let you into their house. Panicking victims and enemies are not restricted, so they may move into an occupied house freely. If a house is unoccupied, normal movement rules apply, and you can enter and exit the space as normal. There is a new action card called Convinced, used only when playing on Maple Lane. To enter an occupied house from the adjacent street space, you must successfully convince your neighbor to let you in using a Convince action card. Convince cards can only be used to enter an occupied house. To exit a house, whether it is occupied or not, simply use the normal movement rules. Convince cards have an additional success line for when you get 3 or more successes on a horror. And for our scenario, the Smalleys must die. Final girl is Sheila. Setup Revenge. Over here. Check my work. Items, 12 of them. Bicycle, megaphone, odds and ends, crucifix times 3, pitchfork, rifle, Bible, fireworks, trash can lid, knife. Events, 4. Smalleys, starting event. Under construction, fire! It's raining. Set fire to the rain. Maple Lane terror cards, 3 of them. Road closed for construction. Did you hear what happened on Maple Lane? We are all going to die. Dr. Fright tarot cards, 7. OMG, he's slicing his own fingers. Did you know that they were already dead? Minor Dark Power, Hellish Pursuit, Slasher, Better Lock the Door, Grab Your Crucifix, and Never Sleep Again. Dark Power, The Frightmare is Inevitable, Finale, Face Your Fright. There are no special rules. So, shall we begin? So we're going to do a focus. We've got 2 dice. Oh, nope. Backtrack. Gotta finish setting up. The Smalleys. Place 2 special victims in the Smalleys house. Each time one of the Smalleys is killed, plus 1 bloodlust. Discard this card when the Smalleys are no longer on the board. Killer on the loose must just be Maple Lane gossip. Unless you don't think. Bum, bum, bum. Oh. I'm in the Smalleys house. I don't think I'm going to do a focus yet. I'm going to go ahead and start with walk. Or probably not. Well.
It's a long time to say no.
Right? Apparently we're having a fight. We'll walk out here. Mom throws a plate at the back of my head. and take a damage. Oh, she's got 6. I got confused. And we lose 2 time.
Not gonna take the Smalleys with you and save them?
And I suppose I could take 1. Or should I take both?
I would take both.
All right.
They're in danger. Save them.
And we're going to try to walk again. Well, that's at least something. Move up to 1 space. So that is 2. Improvise, take a long rest. We're going to reduce horror by 1. And we're going to move 1 space for free. Probably should have took some time, but whatever.
It's too late now.
I think I'm going to do end there. I'm going to take a search card and close call for now. Killer phase. Target victim. Stab. Nothing to do there. Great. Road closed for construction. Place roadblock token on the safe space closest to you. Victims may not be saved at that space. Well,
thank goodness you saved the Smalleys.
Right? And then event card. Under construction. Roll a die and place a roadblock token in the following. Number 4. South. Victims may not be saved from that space. So, I'm guessing this one?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's that.
Hold.
Alright, so killer phase done. Panic phase. Nobody died. Upkeep phase. Nothing to upkeep. I don't know why I'm grabbing dice. But we're going to do a search. So we're in the southwest, so we'll definitely get the pitchfork if we take that. Or I can change that, which I think I am by giving up my short rest and a weak attack. So we got pitchfork and the Bible. So the Bible gives us 2 additional dice when resolving a convince action, and the pitchfork lets us prevent damage from a single attack, but we discard it. It also gives us an extra attack.
Some extra damage.
Yeah.
I'd go pitchfork, I think.
I think so too. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom, so that way I can get a chance to see what the next one is, and then move on from there. Do a little bit of a focus here while we're here. Do I want to try to get my extra? No, let's hold on 2 cards a little bit. So 4 goes down 1, but I lose another time. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Walks back. 4. We're gonna take a sprint and search. Mark that as searched. Okay, killer's turn. Nobody to kill. Grab your crucifix. If you have a crucifix, you may discard it to ignore the rest of this card. Bummer. Target victim, move, and stab. Well, what's his movement? 1. We're gonna go this way. Stab this guy.
Leslie always wore her gold cross necklace, but today she got jumped on the way home from school and some punk ripped it off her neck and ran away. When the doctor came for her, she instinctively reached for her necklace to hold out to him. He sneered and held up his hands, forming a cross with his 2 pointer fingers. Then he rotated them slowly so they made an X, laughing. Then, for the second time that day, Leslie got jumped. Only this time, she would not survive.
Okay, move the horror back up, because that's what happened. And target, move, and step. Fine, I'll leave that one.
1, 2, Frankie's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, Frankie's killed again.
That's that. Panic phase. Ghosts. Out into the street. Okay, nothing to upkeep. I will think. Should I try to go northwest or head back home?
Try to go northwest.
So, well, I need to be able to convince them though.
Hmm.
So I guess that settled that. I'll go home.
All right. Why do you even ask?
Doing a sprint. Not doing a sprint. Use a close call. It's 1. Oh, I can't change it.
You can't change it. I was wondering what you were doing.
All right. Move up to 2 spaces. It is in 1, 2. Time, and we'll walk home. Sheila's asthmatic. She can't run very far.
Makes sense.
Oh, shoot. And now we'll do that. To focus and walk into my house.
Having a friend over?
Yeah. Suppose I could have just taken the image, but it would also have been an extra time lost. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. Just that way I don't hurt myself too bad.
Because you only have 1 card left.
Yeah.
And what are you going to get with all that time?
Sprint, I guess. Killer's turn. Nobody to kill there. They managed to get up. Better lock the door. Target final girl, then move. He's got 2. 2. Target victim and stab. There's nobody there. During the next action phase, you may not move into any safe space occupied by a victim. Oh. I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem.
No.
So, killer phase done. Panic, nobody died. Upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. My turn. So, we are going to do a search. That's fine. I need 1 success. And our other item is a crucifix. Oops. Killed that guy. Discard to ignore any horror level increase or end an enemy's movement when they're in an adjacent space. Take that. I think are allowed to move things around. Pick them up, right?
Yes.
Dang it.
When you pick things up, you can rearrange then. Or during upkeep.
Okay. I want that ready. I think I'm going to stay there for now. All right. Take a close call. And search. 2 left. Probably start getting some convinces.
Probably.
10's the limit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody in his space. Card. Increase horror. I'm going to go ahead and let that slide. You fall asleep. If you're already asleep, you may reset the boiler room deck if you wish. If you do not, resolve 1 additional boiler room card at the end of the killer phase. Apparently, I'm going to take a nap. Alright, so we're still in killer phase. So, okay, so I guess I got a boiler room. I think I'm gonna go up. Okay, now, panic phase, nobody died. Upkeep phase, I'm gonna go ahead and switch back because we're in the danger zone now.
Danger zone.
All right. So it was upkeep phase.
Yes.
It's my turn.
Your turn.
We're gonna go ahead and do a sprint. Oh, shoot. No, I got that. Okay. Gonna go ahead and do a sprint. So that way, I'm not making any unnecessary additional movements that I don't need to, or dice rolls. Or there's that. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close call. Only gonna go for one die though. Guess that's something. Go focus and a short rest to give up. So move up to 2 spaces. Lose 1 time. 1, 2. Sheila's coming for you. Time. Then going to weak attack.
Get him.
I'm going to go ahead and take the damage, but he's going to take 2. So I have the pitchfork. And I think we'll stop there. And I'm going to take a retaliate for 4. And a close call. Killer's turn. I'm in his space, so he's going to attack me, but I'm going to retaliate. Or not. Give up block and a convince. To change that to a success, because I only need to reduce damage by 2. And he's going to take 2 more damage.
Does the pitchfork count for that too?
Yes. Because it doesn't have anything special that says on it. So, and I read the FAQ rules, and it talked about that. All right. So killer face. Didn't you know they were already dead? If you had not saved any victims or your final girl card has been flipped, discard this card and resolve the next terror card. Otherwise, remove 1 victim from a saved victim space on your final girl card. I guess I'll put them up there because they don't die or anything. Target victim, move, and stab.
What's that one called?
Didn't you know they were already dead?
Alright, shut up, no talking till I read. I saw them die, James told his mom from his cell phone. I don't know what that was, but I saw that girl tell them to run, and she turned to leave, and they just disappeared. After his mom's disbelief, suspecting he was probably high. Mom, I saw it, I swear! Suddenly, James heard a blood-curdling scream from his mom, and the connection dropped. Mom? Silence. Then Dr. Fright's evil cackle filled the earpiece, and an electric shock emanated from the phone directly into James's ear. That's how phones work.
It is in Nightmare Land.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen it.
All right. So that's the end of that. So, boiler room. All right. So boiler room phase of the killer phase. Whew. All right. Panic phase. Nobody to panic. Upkeep phase. Not gonna do anything else there. And so my turn.
Hunt him down. Do him a death.
I don't have anything to do, so I don't have my weak attack or any of my other attacks.
Poor planning.
I did what I could.
And it's not enough.
I knew I was gonna get attacked. I took my retaliate. Cost 4 time. We are going to walk though. No, we're not gonna do that yet. We're gonna go ahead and try to get out of this boiler room. I think I'm gonna go up again. Okay. I mean, he's definitely going to be on the bottom.
Yep.
It's just a matter of which side. Well, no. I should. So he's covered here, so it should be this one. So I should be able to go that way. Haha! I did the math.
Did the math.
So then you take those and shuffle those. So I'm awake now. And now I'm going to do a walk. Yes.
Sorry.
1, 2. Down the time. Put those back. Alright. Improvise card. Long rest card. 2 time plus 2 hearts.
Oh, you saved somebody?
Or, yeah. I'm gonna reduce the horror again. And then I guess stop there, because ran out of things. So, I'm gonna take a sprint for 2. Vince, I think. 1. And, or should I go ahead and do my distraction? No, I'm gonna do the distraction. Right, so killer phase. Nobody in his space to kill. So to the terror card. We are all gonna die. Target a victim, move and stab. We've got 2 movement. Go 1, 2, die. Tammy being caught in the street, seeing random blood just dripping down. She gets ripped up. So that triggered our dark power. The Frightmare is inevitable. Dr. Fright may attack you even if you are awake. Oh dear. Alright, and then first one's done. Second one, target, move, stab.
Ah! Jacqueline slept soundly as everything was going down. Had she woken, she would have seen the flickering of the fire through the window of her room. She would have heard the distant screams as another victim fell to Dr. Fright's pitchfork. Instead, she slept through everything, and when he came for her, he ended it quickly. Jacqueline was actually one of the lucky ones.
Oh, lucky her. Only slightly less lucky than Tammy. Because Tammy just got killed. And then if no victims were killed, increase bloodlust twice, but we killed 2 victims. So, alrighty. I'm awake, so I don't have to worry about that. Panic phase. Panic phase. It's been a while.
Everybody run.
3. Just barely.
Think about it. Should I? Shouldn't I?
Well, probably saw Tammy's body ripped to shreds in the street and was like, it's happening out there too. I don't know what to do.
To run or not to run?
That is the question. Paralysis analysis. Analysis paralysis? Analysis paralysis.
Paralysis paralysis.
Analysis analysis. I don't have anything to drink. Alright, upkeep phase. I'm not going to change anything. Where should I? We're awake now, so we could do that. And my turn. So we're going to do a sprint. And we move up to 2. We go 1, 2. Lose the time. And we will do a search. I'm going to save that. So take top item card. It's another crucifix. Maybe I do want to try. So we're going to close call it. Try to get a different result, which we did, but it's a weak one. So we're going to weak attack it. And short rest. These cables. So we've got the crucifix and some odds and ends. Now we know what the crucifix does. If you're in a house, you may place a booby trap token on it. 1 per house. If an enemy moves into the house, discard the token and the enemy takes 2 damage. I think I might take that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Chicken leg, chicken leg.
So we search this house, because then I can get in one of these other houses, hopefully, and set that. Oh, I could do one in here too, if you were to come for me.
What's his speed at?
Two. Probably actually going to try to go down here next. So I should probably try to get down there. But I can't at the moment. We're going to go ahead and set one here anyways. Okay. Then we're going to make a distraction. Kind of make me wish I had the bullhorn.
You were too distracted setting a booby trap to be distracting.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And I'll stop there. That way I don't lose any more. So I'm going to take my free ones.
Because you've been wasting all your time this episode?
My time. Killer phase. Nobody here to kill. Terror card. Hellish Pursuit. Bugger. While asleep, you must resolve one additional boiler room card at the end of the killer phase if able. Well, that's not terrible, but it does give him a couple extra health. So that's the end of the killer phase. Upkeep phase. Panic phase. Nobody to panic. Then upkeep phase. And my turn, guess.
If you must.
Probably should. We're going to go for a walk or something. So move up to one space. And didn't reset my time. Reset time. We'll do that again. Why not? Well, no, I'll just take the L on that because I can still move up to one. But I take damage. Dang kids leaving their skateboards in the street.
Damn Tammy's leaving their bodies in the street.
Oh no, she's down here.
Oh, is she?
Unless, like, in her being ripped to shreds, one piece flew up there.
Flinging pieces of Tammy all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I could slip on some blood and
slip on some Tammy.
Yeah. And I guess I'll just stop there. Lost another time. We will take a sprint and a close call on a convince. Killer's turn. Nobody here to stab. Terror card. Did you hear what happened on Maple Lane? Event, then draw another terror card. Oh boy. So first one, it's raining. Panic victims in the intersection. Then move every victim that is in a street space to its adjacent house. Oh, there's nobody here. The only house that this can move into is here. So move every victim that is on the street into a space that's adjacent. So looking through the rules, the most clarification is that a victim won't follow into a killer space with the final girl, but it doesn't say anything that I noticed anywhere about them moving due to an event card. So we're going to go with that anyways. And Dr. Sleep isn't really there for them anyways. So that's my double justification. Or my backdoor justification. You're going to panic anyways. So that's done. Then we draw another event card. Fire! Roll a die and place the fire token in somebody's house. 1 to 3, the boyfriend's house. Any victims in the house or that panic into the house are killed. You or enemies in the house take 1 damage. The house may no longer be entered or searched. Almost went the wrong way. Killing everybody. Set it on fire and blame it on Winston Churchill.
Another terror card?
Oh, and then draw the next terror card. OMG, he's slicing off his own fingers. Target a victim, then move. Since he's got some time, he's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. because it's going to go for this guy. Freddy likes to play with people. Dr. Fright takes damage unless he only has a final health token remaining. Nice. Oh, come off here. If Dr. Fright took damage, increase by 3. I'm going to use the crucifix for that. And you and all victims in his space panic. So we're going to use the crucifix to cancel that horror increase. Panic phase, nobody panic because there's nobody in a space. Well, and supposed to panic there, but nobody was in a space. And then upkeep phase. Pull the pitchfork back out. And all right. Doing a sprint. Hopefully. Or not. Use a close call to just roll this one. Two. Oh, I only need to get there anyways. 1, 2. So that's fine. Short rest and a focus. So I wasted that. I don't know why I was trying to go 3. I have to convince them to let me in. So 1, 2. We're in his space. We're going to go ahead and do a weak attack. We're just going to not burn through everything.
But you're awake.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. Then we're going to use our convince. One success, so we can enter the adjacent house but lose a time. So time for sprint, time for the convince. And we are going to lay down an odds and ends. Booby trap. I'm not going to worry about that. It's got the markers on it, but I've got the booby traps for markers. Right. And I think that's it. Because I don't know what else to do. Suppose I could focus, but I'm going to take search card for 2. And close call. We'll take the convince too. Just because. Changed my mind. Just that way we got a little something extra to burn. Alright, killer phase. Nobody in that space to kill. Slash her. Target a victim, slash. Can't. Target a victim, move, and stab. Move in here. So he's going to take 2 damages. This goes away. But still killing this victim. All victims that are not in a search space panic. Oh, that's nobody. So that's that. I didn't search there yet. So, oh. And this goes away. So, oh, and we triggered the finale. So the finale, face your fright. So target, now we can move and stab. If you are awake when this card is revealed, you fall asleep. Fair enough. When this card is in play, you are asleep for the remainder of the game. Reset the boiler room immediately upon exiting it.
You can't wake up.
Nope, which means I can't save anybody anymore.
They're on their own now.
Yep. Alright. It's the end of the killer phase. Nobody to panic. Nothing to upkeep. So my turn. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a search while I'm here. Or not. I'm going to use a close call. Just roll this one. Damn it. My hands are being incredibly frustrating today. You had 3 health, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Give up our walks. Change that. Take our crucifix. And discard to ignore any horror level increase or in an enemy's movement when they're in adjacent space. And that's been searched. Go ahead and do a weak attack. Not with these dice, because they're being bad. I suppose 2 damage is okay. I'm gonna take 1. And I guess I'll end there. Oh, shoot. I did a search, right?
Yes.
That's all I did that used up time. I'm going to take a close call and a retaliate. Killer's turn. It's going to target a victim, move. So he's 3, 1, 2, 3, and stab. We're going to use the crucifix to cancel the horror increase. And then, there's no tarot cards to pull. Sleep. Okay. So that's the end of the killer's phase. Nobody panic.
Can you use the
Nothing.
crucifix to cancel the thing when you weren't holding it?
Oh, shoot. I don't know. That's weird to me. I mean, technically, probably not. No, only 2. So upkeep.
You're asleep, you have to move.
Oh, yeah. I think we're gonna go up this time. Nothing there. So I'm just gonna stay here for now. And I'm gonna do focus to try to. No, I'm not gonna waste the focus. Because there's no more horror that's gonna be taken away. So might as well keep it. I will, however, do a short rest. And then use my convince and focus to change that. So we're going to heal 1 heart and lose a time. I think I'm going to sell my focus off, buy back another time, and then I'm going to end there. So we're going to take all these, and I'm going to take a no, I'm going to take Furious Strike and a Search. Killer phase is going to target a victim and move. We get to move 3, 1, 2. We were here, right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. We're gonna go for the furthest away, work our way back. Okay. My turn. Boiler room. I think we're going to go this way. Now my turn.
Now you make them.
Going for a little walk. Sorry, search ended up in my hand somehow. Oh, I know why. Because that was supposed to be a sprint. So we're going to do a sprint. Or not. Another close call. Reroll that. We'll use our walks to change one of those to a success. Then I can move up to 2 spaces. 1, 2. Lose a time. Oh, jeez. And what else do I got? Just attacky stuff. So I guess we'll end there. And get these. Take another sprint. Close call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And convinces, just that way I've got decent number to burn. Killer's turn. I'm going to go 1, 2. Kill this one. There. Boiler room. Up or down?
Oh, you're not putting that on me.
I'm going to go down. He attacked me. But I get to retaliate. Gonna use our close call. Oops, reset time. Reroll both of those. Take it. Non or sprint. I'll use a short rest and a convince to change that. So reduce damage by 2. So we still take 2. But I'm going to do 2 damage to him. I win! Not the first. I've never won on the first game before.
This guy just must be easy.
I don't know. I mean, he seems to be. But at least I didn't have to try to run him down and draw it out and wait for him to come to me. So, that was episode 1 of the Dr. Fright franchise. What did I have? I had all 3.
I know.
Woohoo. So that was a pretty satisfying start for Sheila to stop what she'd done in the last.
Gotta make a comeback after her failure with Caroline.
Yeah, and awakening this demon to the world. I just want to know what this other one was. The rifle. Nice. That would have been nice to have. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you found this useful in any way, please share it with somebody else that you think will gain some benefit from watching it. Different ways to support us are down below in the words box, including our eBay store where you can buy some stuff, and our, why can I never remember, districts, our district's Dice Tower connection, where that also helps us in other ways. So, again, thanks for watching, and until next time, live to roll.
Nope.